For some reason.
Almost as if it was raped.
I have no idea where I am.
Sabrina signed your name.
Did she do it in blood like me?
No, Sabrina.
Those who signed together. She kind of just poked her finger into my big bloody smear of Sabrina.
No, she licked the.
She licked off the excess. Well, I'm going to.
Yeah,
So I have no idea where I am, so I just walk out.
so it's the
door.
morning when you wake up and you're alive.
Am
You were a statue for a while there. They
I
had
was a
you.
statue.
They had you put up on a pedestal.
The interns were worshiping you.
just in the middle of the office, pretty much.
Like you walk in the
Right
front,
in the lobby.
You walk in the front door. The lobby's open, but on the back wall, there's kind of like a little indent where your statue is, and it has spotlights going down on it, and it says
No,
co-founder Lee Haines.
You wake up. You wake up face first, face down on the right in front of the pedestals.
The cool stone, uncaring.
So I walk out the door because I have no idea where I am.
She can't do that.
You are in the entry hall, so.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go through me.
She can't do that.
Glad you're here.
She can't walk out because the intern doors have no handles on them.
They're locked from the outside.
They can't be opened from the inside.
They lock them in at night.
No, I'm kidding.
No, it's totally true.
Okay, I guess it's true.
Established in the lore.
It's canon now.
Intern doors have no handles on the inside.
They can only be opened from the
They are
And
locked
obviously the
in
windows
at
are
night.
magically barred.
Windows?
There were windows, but now there's brick that doesn't even match. It's
The mismatched
It's
brick
mismatched
filling them.
brick with kind of like a little enchantment that makes it look like a window.
it fades in and out sometimes.
Exactly.
I'm just staring at this door, looking around in horror, like what kind of place is this? There's another intern just like fetal position in the corner, and I'm just like, where am I?
What's her
Rhaegar. He's kind of just sitting in the
met
corner,
Rhaegar.
just like
him and his wolf. The wolf's rocking too. So
they're kind of just laid up against
Mumbling
the
to
corner, just
themselves.
like staring at the door, just drool, as if we'd been dead for weeks and he couldn't get out.
he's all emaciated.
He's just slowly starving.
Can
The
I
dire
roll
wolf starts to lick
Should I
him.
roll to see if I remember that we have an intern that's probably almost dead?
Yeah,
What do I need to roll to?
I don't know.
I wish
Just
I had,
add your wisdom modifier to whatever you.
I wish I had Lamaturgy so I could just.
Oh, I
open
just
the door.
crit.
You do remember.
Oh
this.
fuck!
I hear her yell, "Oh fuck!" And I poke out my door like, "What's up?"
I go and I run to this room and open the door.
No,
I'm
first,
just right
first you
there.
have to
I'm
get out
like-
of your silk pajamas, right?
Well, yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
no. I'm in my silk pajamas.
No,
I heard him yell, "Oh fuck!" I grab my greatsword and I'm going. I'm unarmored anyway. I might as well. Just,
I'm definitely
it's not
not.
even.
I'm in
it's
my
not even
full
like.
armor, right?
It's
'Cause I
suit
was-
pajamas.
No, you're in your blouse and that.
And
Yeah,
obviously,
because I was just a statue a minute ago.
Yeah, you can turn it back off because you were frozen in battle form.
and obviously, since this is a high class establishment, we're 1%ers and all. I'm obviously wearing silk suit pajamas,
Yes.
except the tie.
Monogrammed with your initials.
Yes, well, obviously, the tie has a weed leaf on it though.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna head
And
to.
And Sabrina
I'm not
comes
gonna
out of
run.
your room with you.
I'm not going to run because that's uncouth. I'm going to briskly stroll to the intern quarters and open the door that has Rhaegar in it.
I am charging down
And
there with my greatsword
I'm
couched
right-
like a lance, just charging towards the noise.
The door opens and I'm just standing there and I just go look between you
Who
guys.
said the door was open?
I opened
He
the
opened
door.
Yeah, he
Okay.
I opened the door from the outside using the 3 keys required to open said door.
Do you have to turn Is it a
each key
synchronous?
simultaneously.
Oh yes, simultaneous, synchronized.
You poke one in on one side of the door, the other side of the door, and since obviously he was there alone, he had to use his mouth and go.
No, I waved down one of the many
Maids,
yes.
maids and servants.
They
The
are
actual servants. There's
They-
slaves and then there's the servants.
The butlers.
maids. No,
Maids.
they're all
They're all
maids.
They're all French maids. Yeah.
Yeah, all maids. Some of them have
Although-
some of them have dragon tails.
I saw.
That's a great show.
Kobayashi-sama's drag maid is amazing.
I was watching it with Acacia, but then we're like, she broke up.
No, dude, it's so good. It ended great. I don't know if you watched something.
No.
I have to finish
yeah.
The
it.
voice of Jotaro as dragon, as a dragon butler.
The Fenrir is
Yeah.
Jotaro. He becomes a hardcore otaku. Anyway,
Doors
I
open.
wave one of the maids down and have her assist me in opening the door.
The slave,
We opened it up.
slave chambers.
I
Slave
witnessed
in-
that interaction.
Sorry,
and
intern chambers. And I open the door and see
Alice.
Aaron?
Alice. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Aris.
Fucking Ron
If you
Swanson
call me
right here.
Harris, I will beat the shit out of you.
Ron Swanson right here deliberately called him the wrong name so they don't like you as much. I witnessed the interaction with the maid and make a mental note to have that maid killed later because she now knows the secrets of the lock.
Not
Was
whipped,
this
just
Was this a dragon maid?
yes.
Yes, it was definitely. I can sense the malicious intent innately towards one of my dragon maids, and I just give him a death stare. Turn around, and I don't need to roll for that.
Yeah. Merrick's no longer here. You've got to have some of options. Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm just standing here looking at all this, like,
Oh, I see you
What the
found your
fuck?
way to your quarters.
Oh
Good.
shit. Shit, dude. It's the dead lady. The one that was killed by the mushroom.
Yeah. I mean, she's already in the quarters. I guess we hired her.
I mean,
Okay.
do we have her signature on paper?
Did we get drunk
Sure.
last night and adopt a child?
Where?
I finished it the other night anyway, just like I do with all the other intern signatures. Yeah.
That's right, that's right. So, I guess you're an intern now.
Welcome to the life. At this point, I remember once again, oh shit, Rhaegar's dying. So I go over to Rhaegar
Get some
and,
mashed potatoes in that boy right now.
and I'm just gonna
He
pick,
needs some milk!
just gonna pick him up and just walk to the
The kitchen.
to the kitchens.
The cafeteria, the nice
The
cafeteria.
ni- no, not the nice one. I'm
No,
about
we-
the interns.
Not the
It-
nice.
it's one
There's two
cafeteria.
separate cafeterias. One.
No, there's one cafeteria that can seat 100. It's really nice, it's all fancy. Then there's the intern kind of like rickety
Like
table
soup
in the
kitchen?
corner.
Like soup kitchen?
Kinda, yeah. None of it's not even staffed. Honestly, they're supposed to serve themselves.
It's like a fucking buffet.
And just flop them onto the floor and then leave.
The food is like congealed and
It's actually got like a mosaic filter over it, just so no one can actually see it. It's just too horrible. It's just censored out.
no one can see the flies. Yeah.
It's censored out so that no one can see how bad it truly is. Very nutritious, but tastes terrible. We don't like to risk the lives of the interns. They're just annoying to come by. And it's not that we care. It's just that we don't want to hire new ones. You know?
We don't want to have to search. So, you think we should, even though we kind of already own her because of that whole forgery thing, do you think we should do an interview just to, oops, I could do make our options actually be legitimately hired?
Do you want a job?
yes.
You're hired.
Great.
interview.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Sign this.
I have some,
Okay.
I have some questions.
It's one of those. In my
Where
in
did
my
you train?
I actually trained in Candlekeep.
I don't know where the fuck that is.
Candlekeep is actually canonically one of the most prestigious magic schools.
Well, it's not mine. I'm just kidding. It can be for the humans. It's for the humans. Is she a human or no?
Well, I mean, that's I'm a human, but
It can be for the humans.
it could be
The elves
it could be
are
whatever.
Yeah, if elves have their own.
Be whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Okay, so you trained in a very prestigious place. That's very good.
What kind of position were you looking for here?
I'll take what I can get.
Oh, she'll take you.
We do have an entry level position available. We were
Room for
kind of
growth.
looking for about 6 years of experience, though.
The skull cap?
Remember, it is an entry level position with 6 years of experience. Now, it is unpaid.
This is an unpaid indentured servant. Internship.
I'm okay with that.
She's okay with that. How do you feel about whips and chains?
We're just gonna go through a list of things. I'd like you to give us.
You want me to start quoting Rihanna?
I'm gonna go through a bit of a list here. If you could, just tell me, give me just a solid yes or no. I guess a
Okay.
maybe on just these words I'm gonna say.
Ball gag?
Okay. Already happened, I guess, so yes.
Okay, cool. Chains,
Yes.
schoolgirl outfits.
Yes.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna make a new box in capital yes. Slavery.
Yes.
Mark that as a solid maybe. It's looking all right so far. How about selling your soul? Yeah, I think you're gonna be a great fit for this company. We're gonna go
I think
ahead.
so too.
We're gonna go ahead and waive the. We're gonna ignore the fact that you really have no experience in this field, and we're gonna let you have this position. We are going to be lowering the pay that you would have been normally receiving. So we're gonna need a monthly payment from you. just keep for your keep, just to make sure we don't want to put too much of a risk into you financially. We'll require you to pay us until you can prove your worth. Just basic things: room, board, food, everything like that, taxes, interest. It'll come out to a cool. We're gonna hold off on the actual dollar value at this point. We'll let you know later.
Now, we do offer medical, dental, and life insurance. We go through Goblin's Insurance, very generic, very cheap,
No coverage at all.
very
they don't.
limited coverage. They only cover minor scrapes and bruises.
No pre-existing conditions will ever be covered, obviously. We'll need to do a thorough investigation of your current medical status, just to make sure we understand what all current ones are, because there's no way they're going to cover anything.
In
It's
your
very
paperwork-
likely, just to let you know, very likely they will actually end up forging said documentation in the future, stating you had any injury previously that we tried to claim on you, so they actually have no coverage.
In your interview, go ahead, or in your paperwork, go ahead and write down the name of your current physician, so we can get with him, get your medical records and everything.
You're not going to be able to keep him.
Okay.
No, yeah, we're gonna have to you're gonna have to start going to the company physician now.
Okay.
Full on Obamacare.
Now, all of that, obviously the minor scrapes and bruises, nothing much more on that. Dental, really just we'll pull your teeth out. Life insurance,
I personally actually handle all the dentistry work in the office.
she's really great.
I did dental work the other day. I know all about the dental.
He didn't die. Okay,
He didn't die. Came out with fewer teeth than he came in. I think it's a win.
He read extensively on the Spellnet about it. Life insurance, that's the final option here, or that's the final thing we need to touch on here. If you die, which is definitely recommended, by the way, if you die, we get 10,000 scales that we can collect from your next of kin. So just sign here, here, here. This one, and then the last page. The last page isn't really very important. It's just like a power of attorney, all that stuff.
We'll also need your social security number, your mother's maiden name,
Where you grew
your
up, the
uncle's-
name of your first pet.
the name of your uncle's dog.
But you're saying you have a job.
Yes.
As long as you
well,
completely fill out the paper.
you will have a job. Does your uncle have a dog?
He's 2.
If your uncle were to have a dog, what would you force him to name it?
Skippy.
You will tell that. That's my mom's. Please begin signing.
All right. I think you're hired. Go ahead and sign
I've got a
everything.
headache now.
Don't forget all the signatures. If we miss one, you'll be forced
Before-
to pay a higher amount.
Nobody noticed, but we had actually managed to keep Alice distracted the entire time. We are actually in our office now, sitting down. She did not notice the passage of time or location.
Do a sleight of hand.
No, this comes natural. This is actually an effect of the building itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's built in. As long as that's established.
as soon as she
it's built in.
agreed, the floor plan shifted us to the office. She's like, okay.
Very, very magical building you've got here.
This Ezekiel guy knew what he was doing when he gave us this place for free.
All right. So after you're signing this, pull out a huge fucking 10,000 page book. This is the employee handbook. You need to read it all by tomorrow night. It'll cover everything like the basics, like don't look us in the eyes, don't speak directly to us without permission. What was the other big one?
Don't die. It's a giant liability. We'd like to avoid that.
Yeah, we collect the 10,000 scales like I did talk about earlier. But they're taxed heavily.
It's extremely inconvenient to us.
A lot of paperwork, I'm sure.
Yeah, lots of
No, we just have to find a replacement.
yeah, it's really no paperwork.
There's no paperwork involved. You're actually signing all the paperwork involved.
So if you do die,
Please sign the paperwork.
Okay.
and
I'm
just so
really
you know,
cautiously signing it.
I am actually going to need you to increase your rate of signing by about 30%.
I give you a look and then I start signing a little bit faster.
and don't forget on page 45, you will need a blood fingerprint instead of a signature. I know it says signature, but it's just go ahead and do that.
You know, the copier is...
So I'm just looking at you guys. I take out my dagger and I just slice my thumb. Just put it on there.
Are you done?
I think so. Would you mind if I just take a minute to make sure I fill it all out
And
correctly?
I just kind of... you missed one right on page 167,
Oh,
line
sure.
12.
Oh, sure. I signed it really quick.
Alright, looks
Yeah, it
good.
looks like we're all in order here. And I throw the whole thing into just a giant file cabinet that's just brimming with no paper at all. This is the emptiest file you've ever seen in your life.
And it extends longer than it should be. And it's still empty.
It's like the file cabinet of holding, but there's nothing to hold.
Exactly.
Yeah, it just continues and it slams into the wall in the back, and then I still have to kind of reach way back there, and I pull out a single manila folder and then stick in those, and I push it way back in, and then we have to walk across the room and close the whole filing cabinet again.
Oh, I use Mage Hand and I close it for him.
I'm going to have to ask that you don't cast spells within our vicinity. I understand you haven't read the employee handbook yet, but I would not like you to do any work that I'm supposed to be doing.
Another important fact.
Does that extend to combat? Because it's gonna be a problem. 'Cause
No.
that's all I do.
God, no. Jesus Christ.
No, you can definitely cast spells within combat. if you will read, actually there is an amendment to that specific rule stating that if we are in direct danger, you are actually obligated to begin casting spells at the source of our danger.
Okay. And what about magic use in service and basically helpful of the two of you?
No,
Oh.
that's not at this point a viable
You guys have
option.
been riffing for over 10 minutes.
Now-
You know that, right?
This is world building right
And
here.
don't be stingy on the combat spells. Don't be afraid of hurting us. That blood print actually is going to physically prevent you from any violence towards our being.
Yeah, we actually cast the gaze on you through that contract. You will actually be mentally compelled to never do anything harmful directly toward us.
Hey, guys. So,
Now that this has been complete and Rhaegar has actually eaten, I hope he ate by now. We spent like
his
fucking 3
intern
hours.
gruel that comes in large tins, tin cans.
That just say mystery on them.
It's like the tubby
They don't even have
custard.
anything printed
No,
on
there's
them.
no print. It's completely blank.
It's just like the tubby custard machine. They just put a bowl and it just spits it out, and then
Magical mosaic filter.
nondescript liquid.
It's like grits if they were gray.
It's like gruel, but a little more bland.
It has negative flavor. It makes it so that you can't taste the next thing you eat.
Anyway, now that we got that dealt with, we've eaten up a couple good hours of the morning.
All right. So you have tomorrow. It's tomorrow at noon.
Is the parade?
Yes, correct.
So-
But I wanted to tell you guys something real quick about in my story. Actually, there's a contract that they put a chain around your neck with a lock on it, right? And you sign the contract, and you're not allowed to hurt or touch or speak to the person who has the contract, or the chain will go.
Oh, hey, so that's what we definitely right there, obviously.
And you can only way that the contract can be broken is by the person who made it tearing it up, or them dying by some other source. But the
See, that's a little more all
fucked up.
See, that's a little bit more useful than a Gaius, because a Gaius is going to continue after we die, which is inconvenient to us, because then they can't, do normal things like funeral services and stuff. The expected action of an intern that recently lost their only source of revenue. I mean, I guess not really revenue, but employment. Anyway, we got to figure out how to get this card to him and to murder him at the parade. Probably we don't want to. We probably don't want to be know. We don't want people to know that we did it. That'd be probably preferable.
Yeah.
I don't think that people like. He's pretty well liked guy, right?
So what room are you all guys in?
We're still in the office, I think.
Yeah, we're
It's like
we're not in our offices. This is actually just one of the nondescript offices. We don't
Okay.
like to let the interns know exactly the location of our offices.
we don't want them bothering us when we're
which are locked by 5 simultaneous.
Exactly.
They're actually locked by magical enchantment that requires one of us present to enter the door. It's not the most powerful in the world, but it'll keep any curious interns away from us.
All right. So all you guys hear is the click of heels, and slowly Margaret fades into existence in front of you guys.
Ah, hello.
Do you have my badge?
Oh, I happened to grab one of those for you, sir.
Oh, really?
I am going to intercept real quick